What's going on, y'all? Today, I'm going to review episode 1 of Tower of God. But before we get started, go ahead and hit the subscribe button for me. Show me some love. Now, this was very interesting indeed. For those of you who don't know, I love a good anime. Um, my last time I really got knee deep in the anime was Demon Slayer. Before that was My Hero Academia. I don't know when the next season of Demon Slayer is coming out or the movie or whatever, but I've been waiting for damn, it feels like almost 6 months or something. I've been waiting for Demon Slayer season 2, something like that. My Hero Academia is kind of, not fizzling out, but it's slowing down. I still haven't seen that movie that just came out for it. But anyway, let's get into this episode of this brand new, all new Tower of God. This is interesting. I'm very interested to see where this is gonna go. It's definitely has an interesting cast of characters. We'll get to know them, I guess, further down the line. I can't really remember all their names. I know the main character's name is Bam, and he followed his girlfriend or whatever. She decides to go climb this tower, and I guess the tower grants you whatever you desire in life, all your life dreams. When you reach the top, it grants you whatever you want. And to get up there, it seems like you have to perform a series of tests or tasks, and you have to have to pass them. So he falls into the tower. He falls in chasing after this girl, and whatever guardian of the tower is there, and he talks to him. He's like, "Oh, you want to reach the top of the tower where you'll find all your answers. You got to take this test first." Now, the test is insurmountable, of course. Anime likes to do it. It's a big ass fucking monster at the gate, and he's basically like, you have to get your way through this monster. You have to break this unbreakable black ball to get to the next test. Then out comes these two quirky characters. I don't remember their names. Don't shoot me. I don't remember. It's a lot going on, as you can tell. And they take interest in him. They don't speak his language, so they do just it's a lot of magic and stuff too. It's just a lot going on, but it's very interesting. I'm interested to see where this is gonna go. And they translate, and they start telling him about, I guess there's a thing called regulars versus non-regulars. I guess the non-regulars don't even know what this is or what the tower is. I would be considered a non-regular, and they just happen to stumble upon it. The regulars, I guess they know what there is. They've been training for these tests and to climb up this tower, and they're just like, I guess they're just like foreseers of everything, and they see people come to the gate all the time, I guess. So, uh, long story short, the girl, she's like some kind of princess or something like that. She winds up giving him this magical sword so he can attempt to get past this first test. Like I said, there's a giant, big ass eel, Karama sized eel in the damn gate. So it's a very risky, very crazy thing. But before any of all this happens, before he gets the sword and everything, he runs to the gate because he wants to get his girl by any means necessary. So he runs to the gate, no fear, no nothing, and she's the one that stops him, and then they get introduced, and then she eventually gives him the sword. He walks through the gate, sword in hand, and the eel just gobbles him up. The big white monster just gobbles him up. And then they start freaking out on the other side. Well, the girl starts freaking out. And then her friend is like, no, that's what he's supposed to do, blah, 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 blah. So he winds up stabbing the eel in the mouth. And the eel has no choice but to like spit him out at that point. So he makes his way up to the unbreakable ball. I'm just calling it the unbreakable ball. It's clearly it got broken because, you know, the show would be over. And he starts stabbing at it, stabbing at it, stabbing at it. It's not breaking. The eel wakes up, and the eel, you know, is still hungry, so it's coming after him. Everybody's freaking out. And then the guy, I'm sorry, I can't remember his name. Is that like a requirement here? I know I'm going to remember as it continues. The guy tells it, oh, ask the sword to grant you its power. And the girl's like, wait, that's not going to work. I've always tried it and it never worked. So when he finally does it, as the eel's about to like swallow him whole, and this big lady, blonde-haired lady appears, and she said, you know what, I'll grant you power just this once because you're cute, blah, 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 blah. And the princess is like, what the fuck? You never granted me the powers because you prefer men. She said, yes, go away, woman, blah, 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 blah. So I guess that's the spirit of the sword or some shit like that. Anyway, amps the sword up, sword breaks the ball. Then he goes on this journey to the next test. He sleeps all the way there, and then all of a sudden you see him in the middle of a field, and this box, it's like a, I don't know what you call it, like it's like a loudspeaker, and it starts announcing that the next test is gonna start, and it's basically survival of the fittest. So there's a lot of them out there, and you got to be like the last man standing, or that's what it seems like. And here is where you get introduced to, I guess, the rest of the main cast that they show in the beginning. Everybody looks really interesting and really cool. People are getting cut down left and right, and you see the numbers start depleting. You know, it starts off at 400 and it starts going down. And at the end of the show, it's like a stalemate between the guy, one of the main cast members, I guess characters or whatever. Don't know their names yet, and you know, some creature or something that just kind of standing there the whole time that he's like scared to kill or whatever. So it's very interesting, and it kind of ends off there. It's very, very interesting. Love the artwork and animation. The story and the concept seem very interesting. Haven't really figured out what type of anime this is going to be. If it's just going to be very action packed, or is it less like, I don't know, it could look like it could go either way. Could it be like riddle based, or just very, it's kind of like Alice in the Wonderland on steroids, kind of. So I'm looking forward to it. Y'all should definitely check it out. And let me know in the comment section any new anime that I should be looking out for. I mean, I've been sitting here waiting on Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer like changed my whole entire life. Like I said, My Hero Academia is kind of slowing down a little bit. It was a pretty good season. It was a pretty good season, not gonna lie. But anyway, that's my review of Tower of God episode 1. Tell me guys what you think. Tell me, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and see you guys next time. Happy quarantine.